All right, dear children, welcome back to the class. Recently, Sai Niketan State School has conducted a mathematics cyclic test 2. So, here I am with a complete solution and a complete explanation from this YouTube channel, Kalparuksha Classes. Right? So, whichever school conduct any test from mathematics and physics, I'll be solving all the question papers from Kalparuksha classes. All right. So all Sai Niketan students must be having this question paper. But for your convenience, I'll be writing all the questions also, right? And along with that, I'll be giving you all complete explanation and all answers will be given in this video. I'll be copying exactly the same questions what is there in the question paper. All right. Moving forward, let us get into the first question. The first question is like this: the distance between points points x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2 is. All right, so here are the four options. I don't know why the options are given like this. All right, so x2 plus x1 whole square plus y2 plus y1 whole square. So this is option A, and option B is like this: under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. And option C is given as same again. It is also given the same option: under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. And option D is under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So when I saw this, even I was like, what happened here? Because look at this, all these are correct now, because any 2 points are given. One point is A, another point is B. Now this is like with coordinates x1 y1, and this is with the coordinates x2 y2, means the distance formula. All the options, no, look at this option, and this option. All these options become correct. Now this is the only option which is wrong. All right, and they're asking us to choose the correct choice in the following. Okay, you can have the main question, choose the correct choice. If they were asking incorrect option, so incorrect option means, this is the incorrect option, that would have become right. But in this case, B, C, D all are same. I think they wanted to change this, they wanted to make this as plus or something like that, but in the hurry burry they must have created like this. But anyway, all the answers B, C, D, so if you take any of these answers, you should be able to get the complete mark. All right, fine. Then moving to the second question. The second question is like this: the distance between the distance of the distance of a point the distance of point 4 comma minus 3 from origin is options are given, four options: A, B, C, D. The option is like, the first option is 15 units, and second option is 8 units, and third option is 5 units, and fourth option is 7 units. All right, distance of this point, right? One point is there. Let me call this point as A, and this is having coordinates 4 comma minus 3 from the origin, means you can take this as O. And what are the coordinates of origin? 0 comma 0. This distance you can calculate, no? So this one you can compare it with x1 y1, and this one with x2 y2. Then you are going to have this OA distance. What is the formula? That is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. All right, so directly you can do it as 4 minus 0 whole square. Directly also you can do it, but if you go as per the method, will be more comfortable, no? Minus 3 minus 0 whole square. Here you can do under root, 4 minus 0 is 4 only, so 4 square is 16 plus minus 3 whole square is 9, so it becomes under root 25. Under root 25 means 5, so 5 units it will be. So here is the right option, 5 units. This is the right option. Option C is the right answer. All right, moving forward to third question. Let us have a look at this third question, dear children. The third question is like this: if two linear equations if two linear equations obey the condition obey the condition a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then the lines that represent these equations are option A is intersecting, option B is perpendicular, option C is coincident, and option D is parallel. So this is quite famous question. If this is the condition, then definitely they are intersecting, so this is the right option. All right, so they are going to be intersecting, right? You know these conditions, no? For example, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2 means whatever lines are there, they are coinciding. You know this. All right, if they are like a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2 means then the whatever lines we get, they are going to be parallel. We know this also. And if they are like a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2 means they are intersecting. All right, and they have unique solution and all that also follows. All right, then moving forward to fourth question, let us have a look at this fourth question. The distance between the coordinates of point P comma Q and the origin is all right. Here also options are given, A, B, C, D. 4 options are given. The first option is p square minus q square, and second option is under root of p square minus q square. All right, and third option is under root p square plus q square, and last option is p square minus q square. All right, distance of this point, there is a point which is having coordinates p and q. From the origin they are asking. Now origin means again same, 0 comma 0, this distance. Just now we have done this, no? This one is O, this one is A. OA is equal to under root p minus 0 is p only, so that's why p square plus, and q minus 0 is q only, q square, so under root p square plus q square. So you can take this option. All right, so this is the right option. All right, so we got this answer. Let us move on to the fifth question. These were multiple choice questions. Now we have some, I think 2 mark question, I guess. Now fifth question is like this: for what value of k the pair of linear equations have no solutions, and the equations are given like this. The first equation is 3x plus y is equal to 1, and the second one is 2k minus 1 into x plus k minus 1 into y is equal to 2k plus 1. All right, now how to do this? Model answer I am writing here. So what is the given data? So given data is like 3x plus y is equal to 1. Now dear children, this one can be compared directly, no? So this can be compared with a1x plus b1y is equal to c1. Don't think that it has to be always compared with plus c1 is equal to 0 only, and this one has to be brought this side minus 1, it has to become. Not always. That is only true. That is only compulsory condition in cross multiplication method. Whenever we are doing cross multiplication method, no, in that condition only that becomes mandatory. Now in these equations directly we can compare it with a1x plus b1y, and that is equal to c1. You can directly compare, no issues. So if you compare like this, what you are going to get? You are going to get a1 is equal to 3, b1 is equal to 1, and c1 is equal to 1. All right, so these are the 3 values what we have got. And let us look at this equation, second equation. What is that second equation? 2k minus 1 into x plus k minus 1 into y is equal to 2k plus 1. And this second equation can be compared with a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. Then we are going to get a2 is equal to 2k minus 1. All right, and b2 value we are going to get it as k minus 1, and c2 value we are going to get it as 2k plus 1. Just compare, no? So look at this. With x, what is there? 2k minus 1 is there, that is nothing but a2. With y, k minus 1 is there, that is b2, and equal to c2 means 2k plus 1. All right, anyway we are not going to use this c1 and c2. And what they are saying, they don't want any solutions, no? I mean, if they don't want to have for no solution, what is the condition? The condition is a1 by a2 should be equal to b1 by b2, should not be equal to c1 by c2. This is very, very important. All right, so starting two conditions you can just take use of. A1 is 3, look at this, 3 divided by a2 is 2k minus 1. All right, 2k minus 1, and that is equal to b1 is 1 divided by b2 is k minus 1. All right, so then it becomes what it becomes. I mean, send this k minus 1 this side, it becomes 3 bracket k minus 1, and that is equal to, only 1 is there, so that's why it becomes 2k minus 1, and 3 into k is 3k minus 3 is equal to 2k minus 1. All right, so let us keep 3k here only and bring this 2k this side, it becomes minus 2k, and that is equal to minus 1 plus 3. So 3k minus 2k is k is equal to 2, so the value of k is going to be 2. All right, I mean, don't worry about this c1 by c2 because it is not equal to, no, so there is no need to find out that c1 by c2 and all. All right, so I think fifth question is quite clear to all of you. Let us move on to this sixth question. Solve pair of linear equations. Solve pair of linear equations by substitution method. All right, so I have explained all this substitution method and all in detail in important questions videos. You can go to the playlist and you can check there. So whenever you go to the playlist, you will find out all the important questions there. Okay, you can always check out there. All right, dear children, the equations are like this. The equation is like x plus y is equal to 14, and second equation is x minus y is equal to 4. So we have to solve them by substitution method. And now let us start the answer, ideal answer. So given, what is the given data? X plus y is equal to 14. All right, so from this what I can write, let me call it as equation number 1 first of all, and second equation is x minus y is equal to 4, so let me call it as equation number 2. Now in this whichever you want you can choose. I will choose second equation from equation number 2. What is equation number 2? Equation number 2 is x minus y is equal to 4, no? So from this I can write it as x is equal to 4 plus y, correct? So let me call it as equation number 3. So I am going to put this equation number 3 in equation number 1. So because from 2 I have got this, no, so I am going to place it in equation number 1. So what is equation number 1? Equation number 1 is x plus y is equal to 14. Have a look at that. Equation number 1 is x plus y is equal to 14, no? So we are going to place this x. So x is 4 plus y. So 4 plus y, then again plus y, correct? So x is 4 plus y. So instead of this x I have placed 4 plus y, then again one more y is there. So that's why that is equal to 14. Then it becomes 4 plus y plus y, 2y. 2y is equal to 14. Then it becomes 2y is equal to 14 minus 4. Correct? 14 minus 4. Then I'm going to have this 2y is equal to 14 minus 4 is 10. So I'm going to have y is equal to 10 by 2. 2 ones are 2 fives are. So the value of y is going to be 5. So I'm going to call this as equation number 4. All right. Now I will say put this equation number 4 in equation number 3. All right. So what is the equation number 3? Now you know the equation number 3, that is x is equal to 4 plus y. All right. So I'm going to get this x is equal to 4 plus y means what? 5. So x is equal to 9. See, dear children, while solving all this by substitution method and elimination method, whatever method it is, you have to keep on calling these equations as equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 3, then equation number 4 and all, so that your calculative skills become very improvised, and you are able to mention like put 4 in 3 and all. All right, this is the way how a mathematics student solve these things. All right, so I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to say. So in equation number 3, whenever you are placing it, So everything as usual it follows up, correct? So finally we are going to get the solution. X is equal to 9 and y is equal to 5. So finally you can mention them and put them in a box. All right, I hope you got this. Sixth question also. So let us move on to this seventh question. Find the distance find the distance between the points minus 5 comma 7 and minus 5 comma 7 and minus 1 comma 3. All right, so here is one point, let me call it as A, and this is going to be minus 5 comma 7, and let me take one more point B, and which is like minus 1 comma 3. Let me call it as x1 comma y1, and this point is x2 comma y2. All right, you have to call this because minus and all it is there. You have to be careful while solving this. AB is equal to the formula is under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. All right, so under root x2 means minus 1, x1 is minus 5, no? So minus of minus 5, then it becomes whole square, plus y2 minus y1 whole square means y2 is 3, so 3 minus y1 is 7, so 3 minus 7 whole square. Just clarify one more time, x2 is minus 1, I have placed it here, minus x1 is minus 5, so that is like minus of minus 5. All right, you have to be careful while doing this, and that is equal to under root minus 1 plus 5 then whole square plus 3 minus 7 is minus 4 whole square. All right, so that is equal to minus 1 plus 5 is 4, so that is like 4 square plus another minus 4 whole square, so it becomes under root 16 plus 16. Under root 16 plus 16 means it can be written as under root 2 times of 16, no? See, x plus x, what you write? 2x, no? So y plus y, what you write? 2y, no? So like that 16 plus 6, 2 times of x, 2 times of y, so that's why 2 times of 16, or you can write 32 also, dear children, no issues. But being mathematics students, you should be able to have these tricks also. Did you understand this trick what I told? X plus x, what is this? 2x. Y plus y, 2y. So similarly 16 plus 16, 2 into 16, correct? So 2 into 16 means root 16 means it becomes 4, then under root 2 remains, so 4 root 2 units. So this is the distance between the given points. All right, I hope it is clear. Now let us get on to this 8th question. What is this 8th question? The difference between, this is the between symbol I use, the difference between two numbers is 26, and one number is 3 times the other number. Find them. All right, find them. Sum of two numbers is like 26 means not sum, the difference between two numbers is 26, that's okay, and one number is 3 times the other number. That means I will take let one number, let first number is equal to x. Then how about second number? One number is 3 times, look at this statement, one number is 3 times the other number. All right, other number means what will be the other number? 3x, no? 3 times of x means how much it will be? 3x. Now they are saying the difference between two numbers is 26. Larger number is 3x and smaller number is x, so that's why this difference is 26 they are saying. Now let us find out those number. 3x minus x is 2x. 2x is equal to 26, and I am going to get x is equal to 26 divided by 2. 2 1s are 2 1s are 2 3s are. So x is equal to 13. All right, so I will write therefore first number is equal to x is equal to 13. And how about second number? Second number is equal to 3x. 3x means 3 into 13, and that is equal to 39. It's quite simple, right? So this is how you should be able to do it. All right, even 8th question is also quite clear to all of you. These were the 2 mark questions, I guess. Now we have some more 3 mark questions here. Let us move on to this 9th question. Let us have a look at this 9th question. Check whether check whether 5 comma minus 2 and 5 comma minus 2 comma 6 comma 4 and 7 comma minus 2 are the vertices of an isosceles triangle, or the vertices of an isosceles triangle. Now look at this. Isosceles triangle means you know, right? So what is isosceles triangle? Two sides should be equal. First of all, let me draw this triangle. Okay, so let me take one triangle here. All right. So once I have taken this triangle, let me name this point as A, and this as B, and this as C, and let me give the coordinates. One is like 5 comma minus 2, and next one is like 6 comma 4, and next one is 7 comma minus 2. And let us try to find out the distance. So AB, you know how to find the distance AB, right? So under directly you can do this now. AB, so this one you can consider this as a x1 y1, correct, and this one as a x2 y2. I'm just giving you an idea. Directly also you can do it, all right, without this. Now look at this. Whenever you are going for AB, so this is like 6 minus 5, no, 6 minus 5 whole square, plus then it becomes 4 minus of minus 2, 4 minus of minus 2, then whole square. All right, 4 minus of minus 2 whole square, then it becomes under root 6 minus 5 is 1 square, plus it becomes 4 plus 2 whole square. So it becomes under root 1 plus 4 plus 2 is 6, then 6 whole square is 36. So this becomes under root 37 units. All right, so whatever this AB is there, so how much it becomes? This AB becomes under root 37 units. All right, similarly you try to find out BC also. All right, anyhow you have written this. Now directly you can go for BC. Now this one you can consider x1 y1, and this one is x2 y2. I mean orally you have to do this. All right, no need to write here. I'm just mentioning here. This one is x2 y2 means now 7 minus 6 whole square plus, correct, no, 7 minus 6 whole square plus then minus 2 minus 2 minus 4 minus 2 minus 4 whole square. All right, so it becomes under root 7 minus 6 is 1 square, plus minus 2 minus 4 is minus 6 whole square. All right, so it becomes 1 square means 1, and minus 6 whole square is 36, so it becomes under root 37 unit. This is also clear. All right, so BC, how much we got? So this BC also we have got it as root 37. Definitely, I mean these two sides are equal, then it can become isosceles. Now how about AC? Let us find out AC also, no? If AC also becomes root 37 means it is not isosceles triangle, it becomes equilateral triangle, no? So that's why let us find out AC also. For AC, again you have to look for the points. Consider this as x1 y1, no need to write, again I am telling you, and this as x2 y2 you can consider, no need to write. You have to just know that it is 7 minus 5, so it becomes what? Under root 7 minus 5 whole square, plus then what else? Minus 2 minus of minus 2 whole square. So that is like minus 2 minus of minus 2 whole square. I hope you are understanding the language what I am speaking. So this is like minus 2 minus of minus 2 whole square. All right. So then it becomes under root 7 minus 2 is 2 whole square, then plus minus 2 plus 2 whole square, then it becomes definitely it is not going to be root 37. So 2 square is 4, and minus 2 plus 2 becomes 0. 0 square means 0 only. So under root 4 means it becomes 2 units. All right, so whatever AC is there, so it is 2 units. All right, so two sides I have got, no? So I'm going to say AB is equal to BC. So we got AB is equal to BC. Therefore given points are vertices of isosceles triangle. See dear children, this is how you have to make an approach. Now no need to name this as x1 y1 x2 y2, no need of all those things. Okay, with pencil and all you can make the tick marks. Otherwise there is no need of this tick marks also. Orally you have to do them. Yes, you should practice these kind of things, then only they will become well versed with you. All right, so this is like root 37 units also, that also I have written. All right, so this was quite a simple question. Let us move on to the 10th question. 10th question is like this. A fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator. 1 is subtracted from the numerator and becomes 1 by 4 when 8 is added to its denominator. All right, find the fraction. So I think this is the question related to pair of linear equation in two variables. Let us do this. I mean, a fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator. I mean, fraction means how it will be. Let fraction is equal to, fraction means it will be having some numerator and denominator. No, let that numerator be x and denominator be y. Let the fraction is equal to x. I have taken this. Now, according to the first situation, I mean, they have given one first situation, or you can call it as condition also. A fraction becomes 1 by 3, it is becoming 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator. 1 is subtracted from the numerator means, I mean, x by y is the fraction. From that, if you subtract 1 from the numerator, how much it is becoming? It is becoming 1 by 3. This is what they are telling, no? A fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator. I have subtracted 1 here, then it has become equal to 1 by 3. So let us form one equation from this. So what is that equation? Let me send this 3 this side. It becomes 3 into x minus 1 is equal to y. Then it becomes 3x minus 3 is equal to y. So then it becomes 3x minus y is equal to 3. So let me name it as equation number 1. Alright. Now they have given one second situation also. Second condition or second situation. What is that second situation? That second situation is like that. What is this? And becomes 1 by 4 when 8 is added to its denominator. Alright. So that is like fraction is like x by y. Alright. If 8 is added to the denominator, how much it is becoming? 1 by 4, no? So that's what they are telling, no? Please have a look at this red marks. Becomes 1 by 4 when 8 is added to its denominator. I have added 8 to the denominator. Now look at this, and it has become 1 by 4. So now let me form one more equation from this. So that is like 4 this side means, I mean, if you send this side, it becomes 4x, and that is equal to y plus 8. Then the equation become 4x minus y is equal to 8, and let me name it as equation number 2. Now I am going to solve this equation number 1 and equation number 2. Alright, so what is this equation number 1? 3x minus y is equal to 3. What is that? 3x minus y is equal to 3. This is the equation number 1. 3x minus y is equal to 3. Alright, what is the second equation? That is 4x minus y is equal to 8. So this is the second equation. Now this is minus y, this is minus y. Both are same, no? So both are same means just subtract them. If you're subtracting means here the sign becomes minus, and here the sign becomes plus, and here the sign becomes minus. Look at this, dear children. If plus y and plus y are there, what you are doing? You are subtracting, no? I mean, for example, 3x plus y, 4x plus y is equal to something 8. For some equations are there means, now this is also plus y and this is also plus y. So what you do? You subtract them. So you subtract here, you subtract here. Now minus y is there. Then also you subtract. Then the sign becomes plus. See, this is one trick which you should know. Okay, all right. So if you watch the important question videos of a pair of linear equation in two variables, you will get to know all these tricks without multiplying and all. So 3x minus 4x is minus x, and minus y plus y get cancelled, and 3 minus 8 is minus 5. So this minus it will get cancelled, and x is going to be 5. So x is 5. So let me name it as equation number 3. So I am going to put this equation number 3 in equation number 1 or equation number 2. Anything is fine. So what is the equation number 1? So that is 3x minus y is equal to 3. 3x minus y is equal to 3. So that is the first equation here. So I am going to have it as 3 into x is 5. Then minus y is equal to 3. So 3 into 5 is 15. 15 minus y is equal to 3. I'm going to bring that 3 this side. 15 minus 3 is equal to, it becomes y. So that is like 12 is equal to y. That means y is equal to 12. So the value of y is 12 we got. So afterwards I got x and I got y means. Now what will be the fraction? So whatever fraction we have taken, so fraction is equal to what is that? X by y, right? So what is the value of x? The value of x is 5 and value of y is 12. So the fraction becomes 5 by 12. All right, so this is how you should be able to solve this question. All right, so moving forward, let us get it. I hope you are understanding all these things, dear children. So this is how you have to solve them step by step. Now moving on to the 11th question. The 11th question is like this. Now what is this? Solve the following pair of linear equations by cross multiplication method. This is I have to appreciate the teacher because the teacher has covered all kinds of questions in this. Really nice, but a little, obstacle in that options and all. So whatever options were there, they were repeating. So that was the only issue. Okay, so the equations are like this: 8x plus 5y is equal to 9 and 3x plus 2y is equal to 4. All right, so this is very very important, dear children. Now this data must be brought into normal form only. Standard form you must bring it. So what is a given equation? That is like 8x plus 5y is equal to 9, no? So this has to be brought into the standard form. That is like 8x plus 5y minus 9 is equal to 0. So this one you are going to compare it with what? A1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. Then you are going to get all the values. What are they? A1 is equal to 8, b1 is equal to 5, and what is the value of c1? The c1 is going to be minus 9. So this is for sure 100% it must happen. Now moving on to the second equation. So what is that second equation? That is like 3x plus 2y is equal to 4, right? So then it becomes 3x plus 2y minus 4 is equal to 0. Then this has to be compared with what? A2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Then I should get the value of a2 is equal to 3, then b2 is equal to 2, and c2 is equal to minus 4. All right, so once you have got this, you have standard method for this cross multiplication method, no? That is x, and here you are going to write y, and here it is 1. So it starts from b1, no? So b1 c1 a1 b1. So here it is a b2 c2 a2 and b2. All right, so you are going to multiply like this. All minus and all, all that steps. So I'm going to fill all these values, dear children. Okay, I have to fill all these values, no? So once I have filled all these values, then I'm going to do the calculation. So what is the value of b1? B1 is 5. Well and good. And what is the value of c1? That is minus 9. That is also nice. All right, so I'm going to write y also here, y also, then 1 also. What is the value of c1 here? C1 means minus 9. Okay, then after that a1 means 8, again b1 means again 5. All right, so I have written all these values. Then after that b2 is there. B2 means, look at this, this is going to be 2, and c2 means minus 4. All right, and again a2 means what is the value of a2? That is going to be 3. What is the value of b2? That is 2. You have to be very very careful while writing all this. All right, so I am going to just multiply them and subtract. All right, so you know this cross multiplication method. Then what it becomes, now I can enlarge it and carry forward the calculation. All right, so it becomes x divided by 5 into minus 4 is minus 20, then minus of 2 into minus 19 minus 9 is minus 18. All right, and that is equal to y divided by minus 9 into 3 is minus 27, then minus of minus 4 into 8 is minus 32. All right, so that is equal to 1 divided by 8 into 2 is 16, minus 3 into 5 is 15. All right, so then afterwards I'm going to get this as x divided by minus 20, then plus 18, and that is equal to y divided by minus 27 plus 32, and that is equal to 1 divided by 1. All right, so then it becomes x divided by minus 2, and that is equal to y divided by it becomes 32 minus 27 means it becomes 5, and that is equal to 1 divided by 1. So you can choose this first one and third one, that is x divided by minus 2 is equal to 1 by 1 means 1 only, no? So directly you can write it as 1 also, no issues. And second one and third one, y by 5 is equal to 1. So that becomes x is equal to minus 2 and y is equal to 5. So these are the solutions. Cross multiplication, everybody feels it is difficult, but it is very easy, quite easy. But only thing is that while writing all this, you have to bring this into standard form only, like this only you should bring this, then you should write those values, and then you have to be careful while writing all these values. So then the calculation carried forward, and definitely we are going to get these answers. I think that was the 11th question, and we have reached at 12th question. So this 12th question is regarding the graph. So that is find the solution of pair of linear equations by graphical method. All right, by graphical method, here there is an option for me to draw the graph also, but I don't want to get into all this graphical method. X plus y is equal to 7 and 3x minus y is equal to 1. So definitely you must have been provided with a graph. On back of the graph you are going to find these solutions and all, no? So what are those solutions? So for example, x plus y is equal to 7 is there. So you are going to make one table, no? X and y, you are going to make this table, right? So you will have this table, and minimum how many solutions are required? Minimum 3 solutions are required, and you must be aware of that. All right, so minimum there must be 3 solutions. So in this you are going to find these solutions, no? So what are the solutions? 0 comma, otherwise you can take it as 2 comma 5. All right, 5 comma 2, 1 comma 6. You know this, how to find out these values. All right, direct, this is quite simple equation, no? Directly you can put this 2 comma 5, 5 comma 2 and 1 comma 6. Otherwise, if you don't want to find out like that, if x is equal to something, then find out the value of y. All right, so like that you are going to find its solution directly. Also you can keep 1 comma 6, 2 comma 5 and 5 comma 2. All right, no issues. And similarly 3x minus y is equal to 1 is there, no? So these solutions directly putting them would be difficult task. 3x minus y is equal to 1, it becomes quite difficult, no? But you can try. X comma y is there, and you are going to form this table here. Minimum 3 solutions you are supposed to get, no? So at that time you can get this if you want. All right, what happened here? Okay, all right, I'm sorry. So x is a 0 means y becomes minus 1, no? Look at this. If you want to solve this, you can solve this, okay? If x is equal to 0, if x is equal to 0 means what is the given equation? 3x minus y is equal to 1, no? So what it becomes? It becomes 3 into 0, then minus y is equal to 1, correct? 3 into 0 is 0, 0 minus y is equal to 1. All right, so minus y is equal to 1 means y is equal to minus 1. So that's what I have told you. So you solve like this. Now you go for the second solution also. You take the value of y as 0. Okay, if you take the value of this y as 0 means x will become 1 by 3. So like that you are going to get this solution also. Third solution, just check. If you are not confident about this, you can check also. See, these solutions what you are getting, these solutions will be different for different people. So then you are going to get the graph, correct? No? So y-axis will be there, correct? Then after that x-axis will be there. You will plot all those points. After plotting all those points, y-axis, x-axis, after plotting those points, you are going to get two graphs, no? Those graphs can be like this. Yes, if those graphs are like this means if they are intersecting somewhere. I'm giving an example, okay? If they are intersecting here, so you are going to say that this x value and this y value, these are the solutions, correct? If they are not intersecting, if they are becoming parallel and all right, the graphs may turn to be parallel also, no? So if the graph is like this, then you are going to say that no solution, right? You are going to mention that no solution. If the graphs are going to be coinciding in the y-axis and the x-axis, this Cartesian system, if the graphs come like this, one graph is like this and another graph is also on that, so then you are going to say coinciding, and you are going to write any one solution, because they will have infinitely many solutions, no? So I don't want to get into drawing this graph and all right? So that graph option is also there. I can draw that. I can show you here.